Pilates. Tonight, I thought we would make a transparent set of nails for National Blueberry Day. It's also National Freezer Pop Day and National Chocolate with Almond Day. And I'm sure there's another one, but we're doing the blueberry. I wanted to try and put a gingham style on one of these. So it's going to be a yellow and blue set for the most part. And right down to the rhinestones are transparent. So that is what I want to do. So let's make this thing happen. Okay, so to start, what I want to do is I'm going to paint them all matte. That way if I have anything I need to paint on the nail, it's easier to paint. Because I won't be wearing these. I'm not putting, I'm not buffing these nails. I'm not putting a base coat on. I'm just putting the matte on, just for that reason. That reason alone. That's all I want to do. Because quite frankly, I haven't seen anybody just make a clear set of nails where everything's translucent. So I thought, why don't I try it? And why don't I recognize National Blueberry Day while I'm at it? So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds and come right back. Alright, we're all matte now. Good to go. Got some behind it. That's fine. I start with the thumb. I'm going to use my jelly yellow to try and make a gingham pattern. And for the squares in between, I'll be using a jelly orange. Or maybe just another coat of this will probably work. But we will see. Run my liner brush through it. Oh, that one went off course. This is why most people go ahead and partially cure in between. Alright, this is crooked, so I'm going to wipe it clean and start again. There you go. So, try that again. I'm going to go up this time. Basically just making a grid, and then wherever the grid overlaps, you want to make that little square darker, and then you have a gingham print. If you just lay your liner brush down and just pull it, you'll get you straight lines. So I'm going to flash cure that. Alright, get me some more jelly out on my palette. And now I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to try and space it the same distance between these lines as the last ones. Now you would think it would make a natural gingham because you got the yellow going over the other yellow again, but not necessarily. I think I might have to widen these lines, because right now it just looks like a grid. That's all it's looking like. Now, the squares on here are very small, so I think I'm going to use a tiny dotting tool and maybe put a little orange dot in each one to give off the gingham effect. So I'm going to get my orange jelly polish. Put me a little on my palette. Get my little dotting tool here. Zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing and see if I'm messing up or not. Everywhere it intersects. I don't want it to be a dot per se, but if I get it right on top, maybe it won't look like a dot. Once I put the top coat on here, I put it on really thick, it'll take that texture away for me. So I'm not worried about the texture that it's leaving. Just need it to be a little bit darker on the cross sections. Like that. I feel like there needs to be another yellow line down here, but I'm going to have to file that, so I don't know. Maybe I should put another yellow line on there. Looks like it kind of needs it. Take that same liner brush and run it through the brush on the yellow. Wipe it off on my palette. And then come across here. A little more than that. Let me cure that, and then I have to come back and put 4 more dots on there. So let me flash cure that real quick and do my other dots really quick, and then give it a full 60-second cure. I'll give that a full cure, full 60 seconds. Come back. Okay, this isn't really giving gingham to me. I think the lines are way too thin. So I'm gonna get rid of this and do another. But mistakes are mistakes. See, even under here it just looks like a grid. So it's not giving what I need it to give. So I just start over. Okay, back to where we began. Mission is to make these lines wider. So that's what we're going to do. It's not giving gingham with just a line, it's just giving grid. Concentrating, that's why I'm quiet. I think that's wide enough. Okay, I'm going to cure that simply because I don't want to mess it up. right after it's wide enough up here. There we go. I'm gonna flash cure that. Then I'm gonna move on to the next one, and so on and so forth. I'll probably only get 3 across because I think I want it. So sorry, I wasn't in view all the way. I noticed that it's coming in at the tips, but that's because it's a coffin. It's just naturally doing that to me. So I'm gonna go with it. Gotta try and make this similar width, which up here it is, down here not so much. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. There it is. Thank you, flash cure. And then I'm put, I guess, a piece of another one on here because of how far I spaced it apart. The important thing is that it comes out looking like I want it to. Like if this was on my finger, imagine the ways that we contort ourselves just to get a design on our nails. I mean, I have been in some demonic looking positions to paint something on my nails before. Okay, cool. Looking good. Alrighty, I'm gonna give that a full cure and then move on to the lines the other way. All right, now I'm gonna turn it this way. And I guess I'll start up here. These need to be just as wide as the other ones, like I said. I guess I'll be turning it a lot. As long as I'm on camera and the view, I'm happy. Don't worry, I won't make you watch all of it. I just want you to see it come together a little before I stop having you watch. And I'm leaving my mistake in this video. Just because I'm human, I make mistakes. People need to know that. Like every other human in the world. Some more than others. I used to be the some more than others. Wasn't from lack of common sense. It's more like lack of self-control. The older I get, the more self-control I have. Funny how that works, huh? A little wider. Does that look as wide as the rest of it? I think it does. I think that's good. I'm gonna flash cure that. And I'll do the rest by myself and come back. Okay. Now we've got all those lines on there. I'm going to mix some of my orange and yellow jelly colors together to make it slightly darker. And hopefully it gives off a light amber color instead of orangish. And then all these little intersections here, they need to be darker. It's not quite dark enough. Let me try another one. I mean, it's working. Let me see what it looks like with just orange. Don't know. It looks like a dot, first of all. It doesn't look like a square. Sorry, I had to get my mom something. But I think the orange looks better, was my point. I gotta be careful not to glob it on there, just paint it over it. So just straight orange in a thin layer where the intersections are. It gives you a better gingham look. So that's all I'm gonna do to this entire nail. I am not gonna do another gingham pattern on the rest of the set. I want each nail to be different, but cohesive in the sense that it's about blueberries and it's transparent. That's what I want. Now my kitty's tearing up the closet. It's like a zoo around here. Like I could charge admission for a petting zoo, except for none of them would let you pet them, except for the 2 small dogs. The rest of them want nothing to do with other people. 2 out of 6 ain't bad, is it? Yes, I'd say that's looking more like a gingham pattern. I mean, it is a gingham pattern, but I had to make it look like it. Now, when I put the top coat on this, I'm going to put a lot on it, like I said before, and turn the nail upside down to get rid of this texture that's going on. So when I put the stones on it, or whatever else I put on this nail, which is undetermined yet, it doesn't sit cockeyed. That's the idea. Each nail different, totally transparent set of nails. That is what I'm going for. I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. All right, like I said, I'm going to take this Born Pretty top coat and I'm going to put quite a bit on there. I'm going to put it on there as if it were builder gel. That's how thick I'm going to get it. Otherwise, it's just not going to look right. And it's not going to sit right. You know, anything on top of it. Now, there's quite a bit on there. I'm turn it upside down, let it flow to a, you know, an apex here. Not that I'll be wearing them. But since it's thinner than most builder gels, it doesn't take long to get it to sit the way you want it to. If need be, you can always put a second coat on it. As soon as that light hits, it's curing. All right. Other than a little bit that kind of came off the side right there, which I can just file that down. It looks like a gingham print. That's what I wanted. I'll come back and I'll touch this up later, file it, and put one more coat or top coat on it, but that's what I wanted. Now, for the middle nail, I want to paint some leaves on here because I'm going to put some rhinestones on it for the blueberries. So I've got my green jelly. If you haven't got it by now, everything's going to be done with jellies. But I don't want to paint the whole nail a color right now. I might paint 2 of them a whole color, but I don't know. We will see. This right now, I'm going to paint some leaves. Got that bead right there. I'm just going to put it down and drag it up. Leaf. Put it down. Drag this one down. Leaf. And that one needs to be bigger. Cure that for 60 seconds. And I will move on to the pinky nail. And on this one, I think I'm going to do some just drawn on, you know, like blueberry dots with a dotting tool. And again, jelly blue. Those kind of blended together. Don't want that. Okay, cure that for 60 seconds and pull this one out. And now I gotta get me some glue. Got this glue, perfect. And these are clear in different colors, so I'm gonna have to pour them out to get to the blue ones. And these are neat because people use this for rhinestone art. You just shake it and it rolls them onto the flat surface. Those little lines do that for you, so they're all ready for me. Just pick up from the top. They're ready to go. So this glue is nice and it works well. It's from Cart. It's not the thick one, it's the other one, because you can unscrew it and use the brush, or you can just pull the top off and use the pinpoint. This is, like I said, this isn't as thick as the other one. So you're brand new, you should be cut. There we go. Yeah, there's my blueberry. I want to put 3 on this down here. Let's see if I can without it looking weird. One over here. One right there. Yeah, one right here. There we go. I'm gonna cure that for 60 seconds. And this one's done, so I can paint the little leaves on that one as well. I don't really want leaves on there though. Lid. But this does need something else. So I guess it can stay the way that it is, because you don't want a lot on the pinky anyways. I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and top coat it. It's like a minimalistic set without being minimal. You know what I mean? Now, normally I top coat this before I put stones on, but this time I just forgot. So this one's getting top coated too. Try and go around the stones best I can. I mean, you could paint over the stones if you want to. It just kind of loses its facet, so it doesn't shine as well, from my understanding. And with the Macart rhinestone glue, it dries non-tacky, so you don't have to do it this way. Although when top coat cures, it shrinks, so it kind of shrinks around the stones. Let me cure that. So those 3 are done. I mean, I'm going to put something else on here after I clean it up. Probably some blueberry stones. That's what I'm thinking. So I will have to put another top coat on it anyways. Now these 2, the ring and the index finger, haven't figured out what to put on those yet, so I'll be back. While I'm thinking about what I'm going to put on those, I'm going to go ahead and clean this one up. Try not to file the nails that I have on. Okay, and there's none on this side, but I'll go under it just in case. Now, let's wipe it with some alcohol. See, I cleaned what was hanging off there, the top coat. Clean it with some alcohol, because I also have to paint on top of it. As we're going to put one little bundle of blueberries on here, which means I want to paint some little leaves on there. So I'm going to take that green again, plop her down, pull it up. Plop it down and pull it the same direction. Oh, that one's not dark enough. Flash cure that. No, I'm going to fully cure that. That's right, because I got to put top coat over that. So I'll put the stones on top of the top coat. Maybe I make these Frenchies. Blue little Frenchies. That could work. I think I will. I want each one to be different. Maybe I'll do a gingham Frenchie and then a blue Frenchie. That'll work. That's what we'll do. That is exactly what we'll do. So I'll start with the blue Frenchie. Let's see, we're all the way up there. You need to be up there. There we go. Now, I will just take the blue jelly and paint the tip really gently. Cure that for 60 seconds. This one's done, so I can put the top coat on that, and then I'll add the stone after, like I should have done the first time. Okay, now I want to put 3 on here. Put enough glue on there to do so. One, 2, and 3. Let me cure that. 60 seconds. In the meantime, I can put a top coat on this one, because she is done. Let it level. Let's stick it in the lamp. The last one we got to do is this one, and we're doing gingham French tip on this one. So first I want to make the line out for the French tip. And I kind of need that one to make sure it looks up about the same. Nah, I just eyeball it. There to there. Okay. Now we're going to do our first gingham stripe. I'm going to put it down the center this time. Quit going in the center. Now it went too far out. That's okay, I'm gonna get a cleanup brush. And that stripe's too thick anyways. Did I get the... Yeah, the French is in the right spot. Get me a cleanup brush and clean that up. Get a little alcohol on it. Clean this first. And then come down here and clean this. There we go. I'm going to flash cure that and move on to the next one, and I'll be back. Now, this is just blue, so I need something tied together. I know that blueberry flowers are white, but it's going to be a yellow one today. So, I'm going to get in here and put me a yellow flower right here. I had to put me some more yellow down. I saw somebody's comment on somebody else's video saying that all flowers have odd numbers of petals, never even. I don't know how true that is, but mine tend to come out even for some reason. So, oh well. Here's our flower. I'm going to cure that. And while that's curing, I'm going to finish off my gingham on my French tip with the orange. This is some tedious work, this gingham here. I notice I keep going quiet when I'm working on it. Sorry about that. Can't help it. Trying to make sure it looks decent. It is still something that anybody can do, obviously, which is my whole point of these videos. It just will test your nerves, I suppose, if you're not into doing tedious things, which nails are pretty tedious when you get into designs. So you probably shouldn't be doing nails if you don't like tedious tasks. I'm a person that likes doing puzzles, not puddles, doing puzzles and embroidery. So, and I mean in my 20s even. So that should give that away. Now that we're done with the orange, I'm going to put some petals to this flower. And give it a green center. This leaf needs to be bigger, so you can tell it's a leaf and not a petal. Cure that. That one's done. And I decided this needs some leaves on it too. There's really just nothing tying this to anything other than the blue. So, do a couple leaves on here. Let's do a random leaf by itself here. And a rando up here. And cure that. Here's our gingham. I'm gonna put the top coat on that. And then we'll put our blueberry on that. It will have a single blueberry, but I have to do the thick top coat on this one and then come back and do the probably filing, then the leaf, then the top coat again after I put the leaf on there. Alright, this one's done, so I can put a top coat on this one. And I can cure. And I have to put another top coat on this because I put that green on there. Now we just take this gingham one. I paint on one petal to go with the one stone I'm going to have on it, and cure it. Then check it out for that pooling that it does on the side. See if I need to file it. And we should be done. Then we put our set together and take a look. Here we are. I don't think these are the best. Could it have been done better? Possibly. I don't think gingham should have been on this, even though I just really wanted to do it. But it is a very good concept, I think. I think these would be very, very pretty. You know what I'm saying? Very, very pretty. As a set, just being basically glass nails, if you can get them clear enough. I think they look decent. I would wear these. But I just really enjoyed making this. Thank you for stopping by to watch it with me. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, night, week, month, year. Thanks for coming. Come again. Bye, my little hotties.